Ravensburger just released their financial report for 2025. In case you're wondering, Ravensburger is the company behind Disney Lorcana, my friends. And the results are shocking. They didn't get the results that they expected. But my fellow banders, now you are thinking, oh, what are they doing? Are they in some bad papers? Not really, my friends, not really, because apparently it's something they were a bit expecting. They could already see the storm coming over, and they are coping with it. So what do I mean with that? So at least they had 2 sell-off moments of older sets that they still had in inventory. They had too much product. The print ones were too big. This is something that they have learned along the way. They got a bit of a grasp on the market by now. So those 2 sell-off moments was liquidating product, liquidating, pushing it to the market. But there are some differences on how they are actually doing that, and I don't always agree, because there are price differences across continents, across even inside continents. We see prices here in Europe, in the side here, Belgium, the Netherlands, and you name it. Here the prices, they don't reduce the prices. They just say, yeah, we are doing a sell-off, but it's the same price that you could buy previously. That's not a sell-off. But if you then look farther in the outer sides of Europe, then you will see that prices are different. And then they claim, yeah, but it's a different market, the economy is different. And then it's like, what is then stopping me from getting my product over there instead of from you, Ravensburger, directly? And they know about this problem. Then another thing that they have been doing is, in the US, they still have the first chapter lying in big box stores everywhere. It is just basically they printed too much. And they acknowledge that also. So what else did go wrong with Disney Lorcana? Well, in the beginning, they started attracting the wrong people, the wrong crowds. They attracted the players, which is good. They attracted the collectors, which is good. But they also attracted the investing bros. And that is now something that Ravensburger does not want in Disney Lorcana. Perhaps that's also why in the beginning they printed so much. Who will tell? Who will say the actual strategy behind it? Was it a good move? Was it a bad move? I leave that in the middle. I leave that up to you, my fellow bandits. But it could be a tactic. So now they have said, okay, we had bad numbers in 2025. We are looking positively at 2026, and we continue with Disney Lorcana, which is great for the players, for the community, for the collectors. And they say also that they have the impression that the investing bros, they have left Disney Lorcana. So now they can really focus on improving their product, getting their print numbers in order so that they don't print way too much, that they don't need to crash their product afterwards, and that they can satisfy their community, their players, and increase the play events. That's what their goal is. They want to increase the tournaments. They want to make sure that local LGSs get the opportunity to draw in new people and that the game is thriving. Every TCG wants that. Okay, I do need to admit, every TCG wants that. Every LGS wants that. But Disney Lorcana, with the abundance of product and seeing it sitting on the shelf, sometimes a lot of people were wondering, is Disney Lorcana doing great? I myself have asked myself that question multiple times in 2025 because I saw prices. I was like, the product ain't selling. And then being undercut, and I was like, how is that possible? I get my products directly from Ravensburger, and I have a very attractive price, $109.95 for a booster box, and then the shit still wasn't selling. And then later on, you see lower price, and you say, how is that possible? Where are they getting their product from? And then slowly but still it became clear that there are some shenanigans going on, and Ravensburger is not always playing a fair game, according to me. But what are we looking now in 2026? Winter Spell looks like a nice set. They are also changing the game, well, the products of the game, so no starter decks anymore. I can cheer that on. I didn't like the starter decks. Why is that? Because people don't buy it. They don't buy it, and it was overpriced as well. Price was way too high for just a stupid starter deck. If I would buy that from Ravensburger, that is overpriced. So they are stopping that, and they are now introducing a starter collection set, and they are doing that every other set. Let's see how that goes. It is also including a portfolio, I think. So looks not bad, but we will need to see how the players and collectors are going to react on that. Is there an interest, yes or no? And then also those sleeves, those deck boxes, nobody really cares. I already previously mentioned that in another video. No one gives, they just want the cards. And also what I notice is for my e-commerce, having too much sealed product, that doesn't help my business, plain and simple. I still have multiple of the older sets. They are remaining on the shelf. But what is a big difference? Selling single cards, my friends. I started selling single cards a few months ago of Disney Lorcana, and it's booming. To be honest, the cards that are selling, okay, that are indeed players and collectors that are buying those cards, and that is booming. So there are players actively searching for cards, and the single card market is doing actually pretty good. Prices for the cards are also not bad. I really hope that in 2026 they can arrange that the percentage of near mint cards and EX cards improves, because per set I see that in a booster box 20% of the cards are not near mint. They have scratches from the production processes. That still needs to be resolved. But what else? In 2026 Ravensburger is introducing other Disney characters. They are introducing new characters, spicing up the game, dipping into the nostalgic of others. So now, first of all, Fox and the Hound in the set Winter Spell, releasing in February. And then in May, they are introducing Pixar animation characters. They are also introducing that, and who knows what else will follow in 2026. I'm becoming a bit more positive, and I'm glad that they are openly communicating about that they had a bad year in 2025, but that they are looking positive towards 2026. That for me is important, that the game is still alive. They know about the struggles, and that they are doing everything in their power to make sure that the game survives, that it improves. That's all I need to know. They get an extra chance from me, and I also see that selling single cards is, for my business, the way forward. I will not make any money on selling sealed products. Okay, perhaps a buck or two, but the single cards is the way forward. If you're looking to start something in Disney Lorcana, don't start with sealed products. Just go for the single cards. That's my recommendation. So what are your thoughts about Disney Lorcana? If you look back at 2025, there were some sell-offs. Prices for booster boxes at some stores did came down because they got their products from other sides of the world, let's call it like that. Even now in January, Ravensburger is doing a sell-off of sets number 5, 6, 7 and 8. Because starting from set 9, they reduced their printing capacity. They reduced their numbers from set 9, set 10, and now set 11 and 12. They also do that. They are changing so that not a lot of product is sitting in their inventories, and that they don't need to do those sell-offs anymore. So what are your thoughts? Are you going to keep supporting Disney Lorcana in 2026? Or have you said, it's enough for me? I have seen enough. The game is not fun anymore. Or with the massive reprinted cards in set number 9 Fabled, and that you said, that rotation killed the game? Could be. I'm interested in knowing your opinion, because I want to know what players and collectors think. I don't need to know what investors want for this, because investors, Disney Lorcana, it's already clear, investing in this is not a smart move. If you see investing in that first chapter booster box, it is not going high exponentially either. If you want to invest, go in Pokemon. Really, go in Pokemon. Or go buy some crypto or something like that. But Disney Lorcana is not your investing possibility. So, if you're curious to know what are your thoughts, my thoughts is now for 2026, I'm going to write it out. I'm going to see, and I'm giving it a chance. So, the next sets in 2026, they will keep coming in. So you can be sure that you can rely on TCG Bandits to get your Disney Lorcana products, and of course also single cards. We open at least 4 booster boxes, but we also usually have 4 booster boxes extra in stock, so that in the future we can open additional booster boxes. So let me know your comments, and if you like the video, do not forget to click the like button, subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell. It's very difficult, nobody pushes that subscribe button. Come on, what am I doing wrong, my fellow bandits? Come on. But okay, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'm out.